A couple of weeks ago we made a Neara template available for New Zealand EDBs to use on the EEA Line Designers Forum site. This link here is, this is actually a new link, so I've just added that tonight, and what that represents is we've gone and we've made a number of improvements, and this link will take you to that. So the purpose of this video is we never did an intro before, so in this video I'm going to show you through the template, what we'll put in there, and as we go along, for those who have seen it before, you'll see what's new. So if you click on the link, it should open up for you the template. And once you've got the template, you can then modify it for your own organization. First thing you'll see is you load it up here. It's got a line in it, which you wouldn't normally want for a template. That's just in there, so you've got an example that you can play with when you first open it up, but you'll delete that if you're going to use it. So good place to start in the project here, under project properties. And what we've got in there is, in this notice area, what we basically say is this is intended to be open source, it's free to use, it's as is where is. We're still building it, and definitely if you find any bugs, please let us know. We are improving it all the time. If you would like to contribute, please do. Currently it's myself, we've got Daniel Jolliffe of Marlborough Lines, and Ryan Dustin. We're trying to work together to build this, but definitely keen if anyone would like to help out. The other section that we've got in here, and we're slowly populating, are the assumptions that we've made as we've put this together. Now, the other thing I'll show you in here is we've got some libraries. So you've got poll libraries, and this is really libraries of polls that contemporary polls you can get now, because those are the ones that everyone is using. When it comes to legacy components, those will be, as a rule, specific to each network. So you've got your Wagner polls here, we've got our Busk polls, and then on the wood polls we've got the Gold Pine softwoods, hardwoods, and the Kinetics hardwoods. Please let me know if there are any other polls that should be added in here. Now, we've got a good collection of conductors. This represents what most people are using. We've also got, in the components, again, it's mostly like insulators. We do have a few cross arms and braces and so forth, just for the purpose of being able to use it and demonstrate stuff. Mostly I expect though people will want to get rid of those, because the braces and cross arms tend to be different for each network. And then we've got some assemblies in here, and these are really here just as a demonstration. Most likely you'll have your own cross arms and naming and so forth. The final thing I'll show you before we get into the reports is the environments. We've got a representative set of environments that you could use. We're not recommending at this stage using this tool, this ANZS 7000 tool. Really, you're best off having a spreadsheet that you can copy and paste in. So now I'll take you through the reports. We've basically got 4 of them here. Now, if when you load it up, one of them is not appearing, you can just click in here and you can make them visible by ticking them there. So we've got the poll review, and that's really a summary of everything you'd want to know about your polls. So you've got here, obviously, your poll name, street view, so you can click on that. If street view is available, you'll see your poll. We've got the status of the poll, whether it's a new, replace, remove existing, or unspecified if you've not done it yet. And then you've got your poll type. Now you've got your poll utilization. Currently this is just a ruling span check. It's not a finite element one. At some stage, I'd hope that we'll implement a finite element check. We've just not done that yet. You've also got the load case associated with the poll utilization. Then you've got your stay utilization and load case. cross-arm utilisation, insulator utilisation, and we'll really improve these as time goes on. I don't think we've got the braces yet. Well, we don't. We've also got areas here for various notes you might want to have. Now, I'll just show you, associated with that, we've got the material schedule. So that's really looking up the status for your pole in this case, but also your crossarm and the stay materials. And if that status is new or replace, then it will display the materials. If it's anything like remove or it's an existing pole, it's not going to show it because that's not a material that you'll need to go and purchase. So it's doing the same thing for the crossarms. It provides a warning, status not specified, if you've not ended up specifying it. So if I change this to new, then that will show the busk. If I change it to it's an existing pole, then it won't display it. You're just replacing the crossarm. So that's how that works. Similar to the pole review, we've got the span review. And that's really just summing up everything you want to know about your span. So you've got your conductor utilization and the associated load case. You've got your mid-span clash buffer. Now that's really representing the face-to-face spacing. And so long as you are a positive number, not red, then you're passing the standard requirements. I think it's equation 3.1 in the standard. Then we've got ground clearances here. We should really, over here we've got the vertical separation. That should probably be next to this one. And that's if I go in here, that's going to be a vertical separation between these two circuits here. But yeah, here we've got our ECP34 sort of ground clearance checks. Now the way this one works is, if I open this up a bit, you select your ground type, and it tells you what your ground clearance buffer is. So if we say this is, say, not traversable, that will change to 1.45 meters. That means we've got 1.45 meters more clearance than we need. And then the final numbers that we have here, we have the blowout for each span. Now the other thing that we've got in here is we've got the ability for each of these cross arms. So if I say go into this one here, and I'll try and rotate that. Oh, we can see here we've got that pin there. So it's this one here. If I click on this, it swaps sides, and then we can click it again, click it, and it swaps back again. So that can be a handy little tool. So that's the span review report. And the final one, Daniel Jolliffe, really clever guy, he's put this one together. And what this lets you do is move your cross arm up and down the pole. So if we stay on this pole here, I'll just zoom out a bit, move it. So we can see on this pole, in fact, if I click on him, it shows that this pole has got two attachments. So we've got this 11 kV and the 33 kV. Now, what we can do is we'll take this 33 and we'll say we want to move that down. And it's moving it down to the next available bolt hole. But really we don't want to move it down. We'll go all the way to the top. And it just puts it at the top hole. And what that's doing is it's just looking, it's going and looking at what different holes it can go in, and it's just you can go up one at a time or all the way to the top. If we do this 11 kV one here, we can move down, down, and so on. This here records the distance from the top that each cross arm is. This is the pole face that you're on. This here records the thickness of the pole at each position. And so you can use that to try and understand what length bolt you'll need. Here you've got the diameter of the hole, and you've got the number of what number hole it is from the top. Now just zoom in here, what we should be able to do, if we click on this guy, what it should be doing is telling us where our, maybe if I click on this pole, is that going to do it? Oh, for some reason it's not showing it on that pole. What that guy does is he's showing you here. Come back. Okay, so this is the hole that we're at on this pole, whichever one that is. Yeah, okay, that pole there. So this is the height that the cross arm's at, and this is the next hole up, and that's the next hole down. So that's what that one shows. We've got this one here, shows all the available holes on that face. And then we've got this one here, shows what the distance from the top is for each of those. Now, so far we've got all the busk poles in there. We'll add, I mean, obviously this doesn't work for wood poles because there are no pre-specified hole positions. But for all the poles where they do have hole positions, or at least for the new ones, we'll endeavour to get them in over time. So that is a summary of the new template.